This is our first day wearing the masks. And we're on our daily walk up this hill. I'm dying. We do it every day and it doesn't get any easier. So since we moved into phase 3 yesterday, we've definitely noticed a lot more people wearing masks. And then today when we went to the shop, they had a sign that said you had to wear a mask to go inside, although there were still people inside with no masks. We're about to head to OXO just to get some Friday night beers and see what it's like there. It's in like this complex where everything else is closed off. You can't go inside to park, and I think we'll probably have to wear our masks. These things are hot. Another day, another mask. Another very dirty camera.
Y Tokio también.
I've lost track of how many times I have tried to record this video, and for one reason or another, I wasn't happy with how I expressed my emotions, or I pushed record, or I thought I did, talked to the camera for 15 minutes, and it hadn't recorded. So anyway, here we are, talking about quarantine and what life is like here in Mexico State, where I live, just outside of Mexico City. Lots of home improvement going on in the neighborhood. Yeah, I've been trying to keep life as normal as possible. As many of you know, I work from home anyway. So Monday to Friday, I've actually been going outside more than I used to when I worked from home before the situation, because now Luke's also working from home and he's not used to being inside all day. So we do go for a walk for about an hour a day. Just in the neighborhood. We pretty much go on the same walk every day. We don't see other people except the odd dog walker or stray cat. So yeah, it's been a way to get outside, get a little bit of vitamin D, keep our spirits up, and it's a really good time for us to just catch up on what the other person's been doing, because we usually have our headphones in all day trying to do something work related. I'm sure you can probably guess that the travel industry and the travel blogging sphere is not exactly thriving at the moment. My blog, Eternal Expat, which is my main source of income, my main job, used to get 3,000 to 4,000 page views a day, and it's now getting somewhere between 300 and 400 a day. So it's been hard to stay motivated with writing with that. Other publications that I usually write for are obviously not accepting pitches or anything about travel or Mexico City, because of course who knows what the city will look like when we come out of this, what will be open still, what life will be like. So yeah, I've been instead trying to focus on other things like working on my videography, working on my editing skills, some might call it, and working on my photography, which are all things that I love and are also things that I can definitely be working on. They're the sort of things that I always used to put on the back burner when I was constantly trying to produce content for my blog, and really just try to make really basic videos for this channel. So it's been really cool to be able to focus on that without any real, I don't know, concern about not focusing on my website, I guess. I'm still getting up around 8:30, having coffee, working out, using YouTube. It's something that I've always done even before this situation. Never been a big gym goer. But yeah, I do yoga, Pilates, like HIIT workouts and stuff. And then sort of get on with the day. I'll take a Spanish lesson for an hour every day, Monday to Friday, just like I was doing before. I'm definitely spending more time studying Spanish now than I was. I've got a grammar book that I'm finally working my way through. I've got like vocabulary books and all these other sort of things that I bought like 3 years ago thinking that I was going to be really gung-ho about it, but never made the time. And obviously now, with not working so much, I've got plenty of time. So yeah, those are the sort of things that I've been focusing on during like work hours. It changes a lot. When this first started, I was like, I really want to get into drawing again. It was something that I was really into when I was in college. And I probably spent like 3 days drawing. And it just felt like, I don't know, I should be doing more to improve my craft, my passions, and the things that will, when I come out of this, I will be able to apply to my business. So that's where that is. I've been thinking a lot about tours again. I don't know if I've mentioned this in other videos, but I've definitely talked about it on my blog. Like tours around Mexico have always been something that I've really wanted to do. Private groups, I guess. You know, like come to Mexico City for 5 days, and we'll travel it together. Come to Oaxaca for 5 days, and we'll travel it together. Those sort of tours. That's it, really. We go for a walk. I made sourdough, or I tried to make sourdough bread, because who can find yeast at the best of times in Mexico, but definitely can't find it now. It was a massive failure. It smells terrible. This is 5 days in and it doesn't look like anything, does it? It's all nasty. Oh, I don't think this is right.
Why?
It stinks. It's supposed to have like created some gluten and stuff.
How have you ruined it?
I don't know. One of the things that I've been doing a lot is cooking. I have been trying out tons of different recipes. As many of you know from lots of the videos on this channel, one of my favorite things to do is to go try new restaurants, try foods that I've never had before. When I'm traveling, food is always at the top of my priority list. So I've had to find a way to keep things interesting, because we're having 3 meals a day at home. And while there are restaurants open and delivering, number one, as I mentioned earlier in the video, not doing great in the business department, so trying to keep costs down as much as we can to keep our savings nice and plump, but also because it's something to do. And I've been reading tons of food blogs, whipping out all the old cookbooks that I used to have. I have one that I started putting together when I first moved abroad to New Zealand way back in 2010, with recipes from my grandma, the recipes that I found along the way in Australia, New Zealand, and Korea. And I've been trying to do them in a healthy way, because I'm part of what I'm trying to do while I'm on this quarantine is to stay fit. It helps me mentally to not feel lethargic and gross, and while we're definitely having hamburgers on the weekends, during the week there's a lot of kale and carrots and sweet potatoes and eggs. And yeah, another thing that I've really loved about this whole situation is that because Luke and I are taking Spanish lessons at different times of day, I'm still getting some alone time, which was something that I really struggled with when this first happened, because I was so used to having the house to myself when Luke went off to work, and suddenly that was gone. And while I love spending time with him and we have been having a lot more quality time together, I also really like to be by myself. It helps me think. I really like listening to audiobooks and just putting my headphones in and writing, or filming these videos without having other people around, because it's harder when there's someone else's voice, even if it's well-intentioned. So yeah, this sort of cooking lunch every day has been my alone time, my sort of meditative space, and that's helped a lot. Speaking of audiobooks, I have also been doing a ton of reading besides audiobooks that I'm really enjoying, Michelle Obama's book. I also listened to Melinda Gates' book, which I really enjoyed. I think what I've realized is that I really enjoy listening to non-fiction on Audible, but listening to fiction and stories and stuff, I just can't get into it. I get distracted. so I'd prefer to read, and I've been trying to do lots of lots of nonfiction reading, sort of like escapism. I actually just picked up Harry Potter, don't judge me, but I've never read them, and I'm really into it. It's exactly the like total fantasy that I needed to like get my mind off of everything, and you're just totally engulfed in it. And I'm really loving it. But I'll also list a few of the other books that I've been reading. I don't know if you guys use Goodreads, but I've been kind of keeping track of the books that I've been reading during this quarantine over on Goodreads, so you can see what my thoughts are on some of the things that I've been reading up until now. If you have book recommendations, let me know in the comments. Really love some more like fantasy and really great storytelling to keep me going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, me trying to place my thoughts and my emotions. It's definitely been a weird time. I haven't addressed the camera like this in a while, and it feels clunky and awkward. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what other sort of videos that you're looking for over this time period. I still have videos that I can put up from my trip to Puebla before this all started. I can do some roundup videos of the best places or the places that I love the most in Mexico, or other thoughts and things that you'd like to know. Maybe a Q&A video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.